What is up, obscure mic people? It's Bark coming at you with another condenser microphone. It's a USB one. Now, to be clear, I did tell the folks on my Discord server that there are no RGB USB microphones in the pipeline to be reviewed. I was not lying. There are not. And I am here to say I do need your feedback, because a lot of those RGB USB Amazon mics, like the F-Deuce I recently done, the Toner I recently done, the Takstar that I recently done, those things are all so similar and they're all so samey. It doesn't really inspire any excitement or anything like that. So I'm trying to slowly get away from it, unless you want them still. If you still want me to accept those when companies want to send them, I can do shorts. I can do the videos. If you enjoy the videos, no matter what kind of mic it is, just let me know down below. But today I've got a non-RGB, non-janky USB microphone. It's the ZUM ZUM-2, and I'm holding it on the stand that it comes with and all that good stuff. And I wanted to do this one because I have not really seen any reviews on this thing. This is the same body, except the grille's different as the ZDM1, which is a good microphone. And so far, from what I can tell, this is a pretty solid microphone. You can find this for like $50 if you shop around for a while. Otherwise, this thing brand new will run you $99 if you buy it in the podcast pack with the headphones, the stand, all that good stuff. If you just want the microphone, looks like brand new. It's currently running $55 at Amazon. I'll put the links to both of those in the comments down below. But let's talk about the microphone and what it looks like and all that good stuff. The microphone comes with the tripod stand if you get the podcast pack. I did not get the podcast pack, but this comes with the $55 version as well, I believe. But it's a nice looking condenser, like I said, like the ZDM1. You got a headphone volume control, but that's the only physical controls you really have here is the headphone volume. You got a USB-C on the bottom. Always nice to see USB-C. And then on the back of the microphone, you've got the headphone jack. The microphone build quality is excellent all the way around, top to bottom. Grille is strong. Metal is solid. Everything is really good about this, and it's got a nice ring mount there on the bottom to connect to the stand it comes with. Also metal. Now that you've seen the microphone and know what this sucker's all about, let's go ahead and do some tests on this thing. And just for the sake of knowing, I have this ran into just my Windows 10 PC, my freaking laptop, free laptop. You want that story? I'll give it to you in another channel. Anyways, let's run some tests on this thing. I've got the gain at about 40% because this thing will not sound good if you don't dial back the input gain on your computer. You cannot run it at 100. It does not have a way to adjust, as you saw in that video. The B-roll, there's no way to adjust it except for in the PC. But let's run some tests, and I'll talk about what I like and don't like about this, and we'll give it the old BBSAR rating. Plosives first. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pineapple pizza. When you get right on top of the ZUM-2 from ZUM, this is what it sounds like when you're right on top of the ZUM-2 from ZUM. Now let's do some off-axis rejection. Talking into the front of the microphone, I'm going to go ahead and spin it 90 degrees. You might hear some handling noise from the desk mount, or not the desk mount, the tripod. 180 degrees on the ZUM ZUM-2. 90 degrees on the ZUM ZUM-2. Back around slowly to the front of the microphone. The front of the microphone. Now let's go ahead and put this on a desk so you can see what it sounds like if you use it on its desk stand and don't have it close to your mouth. This is what that's going to sound like if you want it on your desk. Of course, you could crank the volume, but if you're not talking directly into it, this is what it's going to sound like. All right, let's go likes and dislikes on this thing. The build quality is excellent. Build quality is really good. I like that. That's one. The headphone amp is pretty solid. It does not sound crappy. It's not over boosted. It sounds fairly natural. 2 points for this sucker. Latency free monitoring, 3rd point. So that's 3 good. Is there anything bad? Let's add one more. I think it sounds fairly solid. especially for a $55 USB mic. This sounds better than most of those RGB USB gamer streamer noise gate built-in mics. I like the noise gates, don't take me wrong. But this is probably better than those. I think for $55, I would rather have this than any RGB USB whatever mic. Almost regardless of price, this is a better microphone in my opinion. The cons: no way to mix between USB playback and monitoring, so you can't really dial this in easily on a computer if you're doing a remote podcast or interview. And there's no way to adjust the gain from the microphone. But I don't necessarily mind adjusting gain in Windows, especially if it's a set it and forget it situation. But if you do switch mics a lot, that is going to be kind of a hindrance. So if you switch mics a lot, this one might not be for you. But at $55, compared to the other USB mics out there, Condenser especially, this thing is probably pretty solid. Probably a pretty solid bet. And again, you buy the $99 pack, you get the headphones, which aren't great, and then you get the desk stay and all that good stuff. I would recommend just going with the $55 version of the mic. I would just get the mic. I wouldn't worry about the accessories and all that good stuff, because the headphones really aren't great, especially when you factor in $45 more for just the headphones and the desk mount stand and all that good stuff. Desk mount. I keep calling it desk mount. Tripod. It's delicious. Tripod. All right. So on the BB-SAR, the Bark & Bronson standard audio, I'll remember it eventually, but it's the BB-SAR, and the title's right there. But on the BB-SAR, I'm going to give the Zoom ZUM-2 a score of 6. It is a 6 all day long. It is slightly above average, and it's worth buying, especially at $55 if you need a USB mic. You got to take that into consideration. When I say 6 and it's worth buying, it doesn't mean you need to go out and buy it. If you have better options, then use them. But if you need an option and you want something better than Street Sweeper, if you need something that's solidly built with a good headphone out, good latency-free monitoring, and something that's probably going to be fairly reliable and just solid and decent all the way around, your budget's $55 and you don't want to buy an interface, that's where the 6 comes in on this. Cool. All right. ZUM-2 is out of here from Zoom. Bark is out of here. Not bad, really. I mean, USB mics typically make me cringe a little bit unless they're professional-ish USB mics. This one's fine. It's very fine. Peace out.